Hey everybody, it's Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm speaking with Glover Teixeira, who of course is facing Rashad Evans and now the main event at UFC Tampa. A lot of questions for you, Glover. First, great seeing you. It's been a little while.
Oh, thank you. Good to see you too. I
Thanks.
mean, I see you all the time on TV.
Well, thanks for watching.
Famous now.
Oh yeah, no. Thanks for watching. But I wonder, the first question for me is, what did you think when you found out that you were going to be moving from 3 rounds to 5 rounds? How much did you think that was going to be a benefit to you? How much did you maybe go, uh-oh? What were your thoughts?
I don't know. I didn't think much of. It's like it's a fight. I get ready like this. My condition is always the same. I do the condition for 5 rounds, for 3 rounds. Doesn't matter. I just push myself the hardest, and I mean the sparring is a little bit different because no point to spar 5 rounds if you're gonna do 3 rounds. But I feel pretty good. And it's one of those things. Hey, it's bad for me. It's bad for Rashad too.
Exactly.
If that's the case, it's no excuse.
Yeah.
It's no excuse for me to. I mean, if I lose the fight in the fourth or fifth round, believe me, it's not going to be excuses all. Because find this out, like it's not going to happen.
Right. Well, you mentioned sparring. I'm curious, how much do you still spar? There's a lot of debate going on right about, now about training methods and how hard people should go in practice. How many times a week do you spar?
Usually like 3 times a week. Do jiu-jitsu. It's hard. It's a tough sport. I mean, we spar like with the, with all the gear, but sometimes you got to spar with like little gloves so you can see. It's one of those things. I mean, unfortunately, Kyle on Friday, I think it was the last sparring of the week,
Oh, yeah.
and he was supposed to be in the same card
Right.
with me, and he kicked somebody. It was not even hard. He was weird. He kicked somebody and hit the elbow and done. He was in the ground with the foot. He went to the hospital right away, and the doctor. It's not broken, but I think the joint open. He's out of the card.
Ah.
He's not going to fight. And it was the last sparring too, the last one of the week.
Oh my God.
I mean, at the camp, last one of the
Yeah,
camp.
that's terrible luck. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's like we deal with that situation.
Yeah.
It's like we've been trained. Most of the time, we hurt in wrestling.
Right.
We get more hurt in wrestling than sparring.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. It happens. You just gotta train and not think about the stuff, not think about the negative. And if it happens, man.
Right.
That's
Well,
been a
hopefully
tough
Kyle
game.
will heal up quickly. I'm glad that you said it's not broken. So,
Yeah, well, he's gonna have to do MRI now. His foot is pretty bad, so the doctor already say he might have a minor surgery, and
oh no.
we'll see what's gonna happen.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
bummer.
Hopefully, it's a quick thing.
Yeah, I hope so as well. I am curious too what you were focusing on more. Obviously, you mentioned sparring, wrestling. When you're facing somebody like Rashad, who obviously as a former champion knows how to do everything and do everything well, what did you feel like in this fight was going to be sort of the best place to attack him?
I'm not a game plan guy either. I think Rashad is he's well rounded. He's a lot like me. He can strike. He can take to the ground. You take him to the ground. He get up. He got a good wrestling. I think he's most dangerous in the ground and pound. And but he's try. I mean, look, he knock out a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. I got to be careful with the guy like Rashad and the style that I fight. It's always pressure. It's always going to finish fight. And I see as the fight goes. It's like I don't have I don't know. I don't have that strong background in something. I didn't start like I was professional boxer or I was jiu-jitsu champion before I come to MMA. I started in MMA, so I see where the fight goes. People ask me what my game plan, and they think I don't wanna tell, but it's really I don't know my game plan.
Yeah.
My game plan is go over there and finish the fight, and whatever goes, whatever I see the opportunity, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. Well, that can also be a benefit too, because the possibility of having a game plan and then something not going right, and then, you know, somebody's in there overthinking, now what do? I got to change my game plan, where if you go in there just kind of feeling the moment and going with the flow, you actually may have an advantage there mentally.
Yeah, you know, so like I say, I go over there. I always go to finish fight, and I see the open. I'm gonna take. You know, if I see the striking, I like to strike more. You know, I think the fans like more, but you know. If I see opportunity to take down and work my jiu-jitsu, definitely.
Well, certainly the way that you beat OSP showed that you have a great ground game as well. We already knew that, you know, you had solid wrestling there. Do you think, you know, Rashad will want to fight you on the ground, though? You believe that he's going to try to use his wrestling against you?
I don't know either. You know, I'm ready for everything. I mean, I think he says something. He's gonna try to take down and do ground and pound.
Right.
I don't believe him. You know.
Yeah.
A lot of respect for Rashad, but I don't
But
believe
you don't
him.
believe him.
I just he's probably gonna try to strike. He got power. He got he got the ability to, and his feet. He got quick feet, and he got good wrestling. So things like I'm ready for everything. I'm ready for the best Rashad, and we'll see what's gonna happen. You know, I'm excited.
Oh, I'm excited too. In fact, actually, yesterday I shared a video I shot with Rashad 3 years ago. So it's 2013, and we were talking about you. I guess even at that point there was talk about you two fighting each other, and obviously it didn't come together. And it's kind of cool that it's circling back around to that. How different do you think the fight is this week, next week, than it would have been a couple of years ago? Like, where do you think you got better? Where do you think he may have gotten better?
I don't know. I mean, it's one of the things. Just be 3 years ago, we be younger. We both be younger.
More
but
hair,
like,
maybe, right?
No hair. I have no hair for a long time. I don't have last size I fought Sukujo at the WC was like 2006.
Right.
Yeah. No, but I think we both get more experience for sure. Obviously I changed my camp a lot. I believe I am a better fighter now. I believe like the way I'm training, I'm smarter. I'm more consistent in my diet and everything. So I'm just we see. Like I say, it would be nice to fight Rashad 3 years ago because he's a big name. He's a big name, and this is the opportunity now, and I'm not even thinking.
So when the phone rang, though, I'm curious how the events rolled out. Did you hear that Tony Ferguson was out of his fight? Did you assume that you guys would get elevated, or did you figure they were going to find a replacement for Khabib? I'm curious. I'm sorry, that's different about the main event. I just mean even when Shogun fell out of the fight and you got the call. So how did that come around? Was that something like did you hear about it and call and volunteer yourself, or did they just call you?
No, I had no fight lined up or anything, and I wanted to fight. I wanted to fight so bad, and I told Ed like a couple of weeks ago. Say, Ed, you gotta put me up there to fight, man. I have no injury, and what I'm waiting for. Right. I've been training. I'm getting Kai ready for his fight. I'm getting Gaúcho, who's another guy that's gonna fight in RFA on Friday. And I want to fight, man. Maybe put me on the May card in Brazil.
Right, of course.
Last night, put me to fight somebody somewhere. But I was training. I was helping those guys. I was doing condition with those guys because I pushed those guys in condition, and I was helping them. And when he called me and said, hey, they want you to fight in April 16, and I was like, okay, yes.
Yes, you just said yes.
That's better than I thought. I mean, May 14, April 16, that's even better. And he said, oh, you don't want to know who? I'm like, not really. I'll find out soon, but, And he said, yeah, Shogun got hurt, so you're going to fight Rashad. I say, great, man. That's a good fight.
It is a good fight. Now, there's a conspiracy theory going around that Shogun wasn't really hurt, but that he just wanted to fight Curitiba instead. And so that, because luckily his injury is not that bad. How badly did you want to fight on that card in Brazil? I mean, was that something that you were actually hoping for instead? Would that have been as big a deal to you as it seems it's going to be for some of the other guys?
No, I want to fight as quick as possible, and I'm excited to fight in Florida, to tell the truth, Fighting in Brazil is a cool thing, but, I feel America is my home, too. And, I'm going for my dual citizen this year, and, hey, man, it's a double citizen over here. American did a lot for me, and have a lot of support in the United States, and I feel home.
Nice.
And tell the truth, I like it better because April 14, I can sit in May 4. I mean, May 14, I can sit home and watch and eat some popcorn and watch the fights.
Right. That's nice. And you're loving Connecticut, right? That is your place. You're a New Englander now from here on in.
Yeah, that's my home now. Like I say, I guess I told you before, the weather in California is my favorite, but nice. This is my home. My family's here. I have a lot of friends over here from like I say, from my hometown in Brazil. A lot of friends, a lot of Brazilian. So it's a little Brazilian community over here, and I feel home.
Nice. Well, no, I grew up in New England. I grew up outside of Boston, so I know how beautiful it is, and I definitely see the appeal there. A couple of things I wanted to ask you about. Speaking of New England, not too far south of there is, of course, New York, and Madison Square Garden now may be a possibility for fights. How big of a deal would that be for you to be fighting in Madison Square Garden?
Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. We'd be getting like buses from Connecticut over here.
Yeah, I know, right? Coming down.
It'd be good,
Yeah.
It'd be good. It'd be a lot of people asking for tickets, though, but,
yeah.
It's one of those things, it'd be nice, it'd be nice to have the sport there, I have a lot of, New York and Connecticut, a lot of Brazilian and Connecticut. I've been living here for I moved to Connecticut in 1999, so, I have a lot of people here.
Yeah.
My gym is getting big right now. My gym in Denver is getting a lot of people getting in the gym, so everybody could be there watching.
Oh, it would be incredible. It would be incredible. I'm curious, too, what you think right now. Obviously, there's a lot going on in your division, and, you're ranked so high near the top, and I don't know how much movement there is going to be there, but I'm curious what your thoughts are on the fact that, DC unfortunately isn't able to have his fight with Jon, and OSP is going to be in there instead. Obviously, you beat OSP. The fight with Jon didn't go your way. Well, what were your thoughts when they asked OSP rather than maybe even you could have had a rematch?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's one of the things, like, I was, focused for Rashad already. I had a fight coming up. OSP didn't have a fight coming up, so I'm the kind of guy, like, everything happened for a reason, man. OSP, he needs his shot, and he have a title shot right now. That I'm happy for him.
How do you think he'll
do? He's one of the guys that, of course, he had a short camp with one of the best fighters of all time. You know, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for him. But OSP is tricky. He's dangerous. He's tricky. He's got the style. He got nothing to lose.
Right.
He's gonna go over there with nothing to lose, confidence, and whatever shot he take, he got some powerful kick, powerful hands, and it might be could be his chance. You never know. Could be his chance, and I'm not gonna say I'm rooting for him or Jones. They're both great guys, but like we see, it could be his chance, man.
No, it could be. And I'm curious because, you just mentioned how strong and powerful he is. I mean, you were able to take OSP down, but how difficult was that for you? How did he compare to some of the other guys you fought? Because when we look at him, he's obviously such a physically imposing person. Is he as heavy in there as he looks? Is he as powerful in there as he looks?
Oh, he's powerful. He's explosive. Yeah. He got some hard shots, like hard kick, but that's what I think. Because of the short camp and Jones is very a good wrestler, I think that's what Jones is gonna take him to the ground and trying to finish this fight in the ground. It'd be definitely if I was John coach, that's what I'd be saying. Take this fight to the ground. You don't want to mess with this guy. That's why I fought him. Even though I feel comfortable standing, but he's the kind of guy that. You don't want to be messing around with him striking because you never know what's coming. Right. He's all over the place and he got some good technique and powerful, like I say. So I think that's Jones gonna do. He's gonna take him down and maybe finish or win the fight on the ground.
I'm curious too what you said. You just said you weren't rooting against Jon, but how do you feel as a fellow fighter when you see somebody who is as talented and gifted as he is, a former champion who just can't seem to get the other stuff in his life right? I mean, do you feel bad for him? Do you think he's getting too many chances? What are your thoughts on that?
No, I don't have comments on that.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like everybody's like he's a young guy with a lot of. I mean, that happened with a lot of young fighters.
Yeah.
Like he was very young champion, and he got that power mentality,
Yeah.
and maybe he don't want to hear. I don't know. He don't want to hear. He's one of those things. He's gotta. He even say, I think, in one of the interviews, that make me. I need to be more humble, and he needs to be, and that was one of the things. I think that comes with age and with timing, because nothing lasts forever, right? Nothing lasts forever, and you just gotta enjoy your time over here and talk with everybody, like, you know what I mean? No cop or everybody in the world, like, not because you're world champion, you'll be better than anybody. Or you're just a normal human being outside of the cage. In the cage, okay, he can call him king, and he can be the king, He raises his arm, he's the best in there. But off the cage, at the end of the day, we all the same. We all the same. I mean, nobody really paying you bills or anything. You're just going to go after, and you just got to respect everyone. And I believe that eventually, he'll do it. It's one of those things, not to judge. I'm not judging him. The power that he have that young and have that much power is hard to deal with. I don't know what I would do when I was 20 years old. I know now if I be a champion and if I make millions of dollars, I know where to stay, how to stay, because I'm 36 years old, but I don't know if it was 20, my mind was different back then.
Yeah.
So it's different,
Yeah. No, it's
so no judge. I just hope you do better,
Yeah. No, I hope so too. And I just the fortunate thing so far is that nobody's been seriously hurt, in the car accidents, and obviously the woman has but that's where you also get like, okay, let's dial it back and make sure you don't kill yourself.
Yeah, the car accident was pretty bad. I mean, even the last one, I didn't think was a big deal. It was like, the last one was like, he talked back to cop. I mean, he gets stressed. He gets stressed sometimes.
I know.
To talk with some people, but like, one of those things, it could happen with anyone.
Yeah,
No, I'm not the kind of guy that you're probably never gonna see me happen with me.
Right.
But it's so many other people that does those things that get away with it too.
Right. One thing that will last forever, I'm hoping, Glover, anyway, at least for many years to come, is the new game. And you are in the video game. I'm curious. I don't know how much of a gamer you are, or what a thrill that was for you to see yourself in a video game. Was that like one of the highlights? Is that one of the cooler things you ever had happen?
Yeah. Well, the second one is already like, okay, yeah, again.
Yeah, been there. Yeah.
I'm in a video game again.
Right.
But the first one was kind of cool. Was like, oh man, I sent Xbox for my nephew, and but like now he wants a game, and I'll get him the game. I'll bring him the game after the fight. But it's one of those things. First one is always cool, like you say. That's the thing that you're always gonna hold, and like. It don't last forever because eventually I don't think it's gonna. But for me, yes. As long as I leave, I'm probably gonna have that Xbox, like the old Nintendo with nobody has anymore.
And all that,
Like if you win one of those games, you'll be holding forever,
Right.
But who knows? In 20 years from now, what kind of TV is gonna plug in with the Xbox? Who knows? But hopefully, I'll fight a few more years, and I get them in next game. Next game.
Yeah, and does your nephew, does he do a fight simulation? And say, Uncle Glover, you kicked his ass, first round knockout. Because I would imagine, people like to put out these scenarios and play the game of upcoming fights and see how they're actually going to end. Does he do that for you?
Yeah, it's really cool, man. It's really cool. Everybody been texting me, fans, and of course, my friends,
Yeah, yeah.
they all put me in fight with Mike. They know I'm big Mike Tyson.
Tyson, you're a
you fight
hero.
with Mike Tyson, man. You gotta fight Mike Tyson now. I was like, isn't Mike Tyson heavyweight? I haven't played a game yet, but
Yeah. Oh, you got it. I mean, I think that's great. And I know. Which fight was it where he was at your fight and you were like, I'm okay with winning the fight, but I'm glad I got to meet Mike, right?
Yeah, that was a Tehuna fight. Yeah,
Nice.
very, very happy day.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I know, we're expecting good things from you next Saturday. I know you and Rashad are going to put on a show, and I'm happy that it got moved to 5 rounds. I don't know if it'll take all of it, but I think you guys are going to put on a great show, and I'm really happy to see you back in action, because even though, I don't know, I feel like we need to see more Glover fights. It's like you're healthy, like you said, you got to fight more often, keep it going.
Me too. I wanted to fight more. I wanted to show some fights. Tell the boss over there. If I'm no injury, man, put me fight anywhere, any place. I love to fight. I love to do this, and like I say, it's one of the very tough sport.
Yeah.
And you gotta be very smart to be healthy. But like, if I'm healthy, I am in shape. You don't have to. The excuses I'm not to fight is always gonna be like, oh, I'm hurt. My elbow, something. But if I'm healthy, believe me, I'm in shape to fight.
Nice.
I'm in shape to fight. 2 weeks notice, whatever.
Nice. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Well, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your time. So now for the next few days, you'll just kind of be taking it easy, letting your body recuperate, I'm guessing, yeah?
Yeah. Just relax. We're done with the hard training, and now we just cutting the weight a little bit, not too much, It's still like not much of food, but it's all good. Everything now is just like keep myself sharp.
Right. Awesome. Well, best of luck to you. Going to be a great fight, and we'll see you in Tampa.
Yes. Okay.
Thanks.
Nice to see you. I'm sorry about the text.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Then I thought, is he on my time zone or not? It's all good, Glover. Anytime I get to catch up with you is always good.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.